These are real nightmares. When I was little, I was allowed to watch scary movies. Not so much allowed as forced to. Some of my earliest memories involve being terrified when I was only in diapers still. These nightmares take place when I was around 7 years old. I have a twin brother. His name is Justin. At the time, we slept in rooms next to each other. For several nights, I would have a very similar dream, a nightmare of the devil chasing me. The nightmare felt very intense. It's difficult to describe it. The visuals in this nightmare were not as drastic as the intense fear. It was tangible. It felt thick, like I was paralyzed, even though in the dream I would run from room to room sometimes. I only saw the devil's face for a brief moment. It was mostly me hiding under a table and seeing him coming after me, lurking around, looking for me. I felt as if he knew where I was, but he was just torturing me, just really adding the fear. I would see his feet, but they weren't feet, not like human feet. They were hooved, like some kind of a goat or ram's feet. But there were not 4, there were only 2, as if he was some kind of half goat, half man. I don't know if I got this from a scary movie or not, but it was terrifying. Night after night I would have these dreams for around a week. Though they were scary enough, I didn't tell anyone about them. Till one night, my twin brother Justin called my dad in, and I overheard him telling my dad how he was having scary dreams of the devil chasing him, and that he was hiding under the table, and he would see the hooved feet. Chills went down my back. I couldn't believe that my brother had been having the exact same dreams that I have been having for around a week now. This made it so much more terrifying than it was before, because all of a sudden these nightmares seemed like there was something real behind them, like a real spiritual force of evil that was whispering into my head, my soul, while I was sleeping. And the same force or evil, the devil, demon, whatever you believe it was, a ghost, was giving the same dreams to my brother. That night I stayed awake. I'm not sure if it was all night, but it was a long time. I'm not sure when the nightmares stopped. At some point they did. It could have been days or weeks later. It was so long ago. To this day, that memory lingers with me. This is the second video I've made. Last night was the first. I say that because I'm starting off with my own nightmares. Well, it's been years since I told the first story that I told last night in the first video about the devil chasing me in my dream when I was around 7. My twin brother confirmed that he had been having the same dreams each night. As I went to bed last night, I had some chilling nightmares like I haven't had for a long time. I know what some of you are thinking. He's probably just making this up. I can understand your skepticism, but I'm not making this up at all. I'm not that kind of person. Well, when I went to sleep last night, I went to bed early, it's true, and while I've been thinking about nightmares all day because I've been creating the channel and doing the work and the logo, and I'd been working on the last project, It may be just that reason that I had an unusual nightmare. However, I normally am not affected by scary stories to the point of having nightmares, but I did last night. In the Christian faith, it's taught that there are doorways that can be opened by the demonic, and I hope I didn't open one by sharing my story. Well, as I slept last night, I have these security cameras in my house, in real life, but they were in the dream too. So as I'm having this nightmare, in the beginning, it's late at night, someone knocks on my door, and I come down to answer it. I'm kind of scared because in the dream, it's late. And I think, is this a good situation? Should I answer the door? But I do. I go out and I talk, and it's a brother-in-law. Now we all know that nightmares and dreams don't always make sense. This is a brother-in-law I do not have in real life. But it is a brother-in-law, and he needs help with something. So I reluctantly help him, feeling like I need to stay home to protect my wife and baby. So after we're done helping him with whatever it is he needed, I come back to the house, and he has this eerie face as he asked me to help him with something else, and I told him, "Sorry bud, I need to get inside and protect my baby girl and wife." So as I'm walking back in the house, everything just looks extra creepy. The air feels wrong. So I make my way up the stairs into the bedroom, and I open the door. In the dream, there's my wife. She is wrapped in tight sheets from her ankles to the top of her head, tightly bound, noticeably not breathing, with some red stain on the head. My baby is also bound, but wiggling and alive. I run to free the baby and to free my wife. And I don't know why, but in the dream, I place my left hand over my wife's body, and then it gets cut by itself, and blood rushes to the sleeve of the shirt I'm wearing. I woke up, creeped out. I remembered just telling the story about the devil attacking me in my dreams, and now I experienced something like this the same night. Somehow I managed to go back to sleep, and I have another dream that is spooky, to say the least. Honestly, can't remember this dream well enough. You know how those dreams can be, they don't always stick with you. But off and on through the night, I would have pretty terrifying dreams, and I would wake up. I would even think about this channel and think I should jot down these notes so that I won't forget certain details, which is what I'll do in the future. But I have to say, as excited as I am to make this channel, I'm honestly kind of creeped out. If it's going to open these kind of doorways and invite this to my life, I may stick to reading other people's nightmares. So if you have nightmares, send them to the page and we'll read yours, and maybe it won't mess with me so much as when I read my own. You can email any of your nightmares to me at realnightmaresmessage@gmail.com. You can also find that in my description on the channel page. It's realnightmaresmessage@gmail.com.